This week brings us one topic, which is BMW M4 CS. BMW announced a 2025 BMW M4 Coupe Sport just last week with a full data sheet, look, performance, and price. This car brought us a lot of interesting and cool updates. It might not be the biggest one, but it's surely a good one. So today we'll cover every detail on 2025 BMW CS. We'll also cover older models, which is going to be a little history piece with details and facts, charts, prices, performance, and design. So let's start from terminology and meaning. The CS stands for Coupe Sport and CSL stands for Coupe Sport Lichtbau or Coupe Sport Light. Sometimes they refer to competition sport, but those usually older models, and sometimes people just calling them competition sport for some reason. I don't know. Those are so-called special due to their unique blend of performance, design, and engineering. Today we're only covering the most relevant to the M4 CS, which is 3 and 4 series, and only CS models, but not the CSL. Although we'll refer to it briefly at some point because there is no way to get out of that path. We might going to come back somewhere in the future with a separate video about the CSL models, since they totally different animals and they pretty much was built from the GT and GTS cars like competition cars. Worth to mention that those models has limited run, as you can see from this chart. In comparison to regular M or non-M cars, there wasn't that many cars manufactured. Also, this data is approximate, but it still explains why collectors and real enthusiasts would buy them. On the other hand, each car needs to be pre-ordered and it has a whole another process for getting one. Later, we'll get the price comparison for all of those, but for now, let's get to the history and gradually continue to the top of the stack, which is 2025 M4 CS. The first ever CS model was E9 CS, 1970 to 1975. It was priced at $12,000. It might not feature heavily among modern CS buyers and fans, but it's definitely a genesis of BMW's performance, as it helps save BMW from its post-war crisis and move it out of Mercedes-Benz shadow. The E9 CS was a classic of 70s, delivering a combination of driving enjoyment, style, and motorsport success. It had an engaging design, smooth and powerful M20 straight 6 engine, impressive road manners, performance, and excellent build quality. Further, the original E9 3.0 CSL, known as Batmobile, due to its distinctive aerodynamic aids, was highly successful in racing, particularly in touring cars championship. The next model is a legend, and a lot of us love this car. Personally, I also have a huge respect to the particular one, which is BMW E46 M3. Beautiful on the track as it would hold the corners as nothing else. The E46 M3 CSL was quite uncomfortable ride overall, as it was made mainly for those who love the track life and very aggressive driving, which led BMW to make an M3 with the CSL's capabilities, but easier to live with. The E46 M3 CS was manufactured from 2004 to 2006 with MSRP of $57,000. We'll adjust all of the prices to the inflation at the end of the video, where we'll have all the data comparison. The E46 in America, it was better known as the E46 M3 competition package. This was the first vehicle since the E9 CS to get the CS badge on, and it lived up to it. The vehicle looks similar to its more aggressive sibling, the CSL, and shared most of the CSL's hardware from the steering rack, brakes, suspension, and wheels, but with comfort of the normal M3. It was a few $1,000s above the M3, making it more appealing option for most buyers other than hardcore BMW performance lover. The next one was 2018 to 2019 BMW M3 CS F80. The price indeed was modern, starting at $113,000. It came out right before the G80 M3. The M3 CS model was treated to the CFRP, or carbon fiber reinforced plastic panels, light dashboard, light M Sport seats, stiffer suspension, and a slight bump in horsepower, making it the most powerful M3 ever at the time. Just like previous CS variant, the F80 was sharp, articulated on the road, and more thrilling than a normal M3 counterpart. But its numbers were greatly limited and only a handful were produced by BMW, with a price tag that was eye-watering considering it was $20,000 more expensive than the normal M3. Then the F82 M4 CS technically came out before the F80 M3 CS, but according to BMW, this is the first modern CS model, and it was launched in 2017 to fill the gap in between the track-focused BMW M4 GTS and M4 competition. The M4 CS shared many components with the M4 competition and improved on what was already capable machine in competition spec. At the time, it considered the best M4 you could buy due to its impressive on-road feel. The vehicle was precise, responsive, with enough feedback so the driver knew how much grip they had at any given moment. The vehicle received special treatment in a measure to cut back on the weight and improve its agility with panels made out of light high-strength carbon fiber reinforced plastic, or CFRP. Front splitter and rear differential was adapted from BMW M4 GTS. And the M4 CS price was starting at $118,000, which could only be compared to something like Porsche 911 Carrera S. So far, this is the most sold CS model among the rest, around 3,000 cars sold of the particular CS model. And lastly, it's going to be G80 M3 CS. This is the newest M3 CS model and was launched at the start of 2023. The BMW M3 CS continue on the legacy of the CS nameplate, offering much more than the normal M3, but being more approachable and usable than the hardcore unapologetic M3 CSL. The G80 M3 makes extensive use of CFRP panels everywhere, lighter M carbon bucket seats, and a lighter weight dashboard. All of this together with the suspension and engine work to make a vehicle that engaging and rewarding when pushing to its limit. The next car we're only adding because due its M4, but it's CSL model, which is G82 M4. And it's quite relevant to the CS model since the CS model usually getting right in between of the M4 and M4 CSL, or the regular M4 and the CSL. Overall, it used the same S58 inline-6 twin turbocharged engine with 543 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, which is exactly the same as on the M4 CS. Overall, the look of the G82 CSL model is nothing less than the art piece. And now that we got through the memory line and seen the genesis of the CS badges and heritage it holds, let's have a peek at the new 2025 BMW M4 CS. Starting from the front, a new kidney grille design is certainly polarizing. But the important bit is what behind it. Under the CFRP hood is a more powerful version of BMW's S58 engine. This is a 3.0 twin turbocharged straight-six engine producing a maximum output of 550 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. So BMW have managed to squeeze extra 20 horsepower over the M4 competition by primarily increasing the boost pressure to 30.5 psi and tweaking some engine management parameters. The torque is accessible from as low as 2750 rpm to 5950 rpm, and the max power output will be at 6250 rpm. The engine is paired to an 8-speed automatic gearbox which distributes power to all four wheels. Technically it's called all-wheel drive, but in particular case, it's going to be four-wheel drive. The driver can activate the four-wheel drive sport mode to direct more torque to the rear wheels. In addition, those who want to experience full rear-wheel drive experience can do that by disabling the DSC, Dynamic Stability Control System, and switching to pure rear-wheel drive experience, or two-wheel drive. Unfortunately for this CS version, BMW won't offer it with an optional manual transmission as the automatic comes standard. And from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour, the vehicle can accelerate in just 3.4 seconds. And the top speed is electronically limited to 188 miles per hour or 302 kilometers per hour. There was also done some upgrades to the stability control, and it should be even more agile and responsive on the track due to reduced weight and lighter components, as for example exclusively forged light alloy wheels, components made out of CFRP materials such as bucket seats, dash elements, mirror caps, hood, roof, bumper skirts, spoiler, and new lighter exhaust system, and more. The 2025 M4 CS looks insanely good and aggressive. Frameless BMW kidney grille with red counterlines, extended wheel arches, updated hood, all this give the vehicle a really mean and exclusive look. The sculptural headlights is another eye-catching piece. Yellow illuminated headlights referring to GT racing cars, and they used to be limited to GT and GTS only. There are also new design rear lights with the laser technology, the same one that recently was installed on 2025 i4 and 4 Series Grand Coupe. There are also obviously unique color choices like Rivera Blue and a Frozen Isle of Man Green Metallic. And as you suspect, the interior wasn't left behind either. The M4 CS got the new iDrive system. There's some extra features and controls. Driver information and media can be accessed through a pair of high-resolution curved screen, a 12.3-inch screen behind the steering wheel, and 14.9-inch informant touchscreen, which is turned toward the driver. Another cool thing about the interior that pretty much every look like carbon fiber panel inside of the car, actual carbon fiber. So that's a big plus. And like BMW claimed, they saved about 20 kilos of weight by just changing some of those details. Production will start as soon as July 10th, 2024 at BMW Dingolfing plant. And pre-order will be open at end of May of 2024, and you might be the lucky one to even go there right now and see if it's available and get yourself a BMW M4 CS. The car price will start from $124,675, roughly $40,000 more than M4 competition xDrive. Despite the price being higher, I still think that this is quite reasonable, as you will get a lot more in terms of the functionality and standard option. And the last piece, as I promised, is the charts. This one shows the CS and CSL models. It's starting from oldest to the newest, which is from bottom to the top, and it shows the MSRP from the time that car been manufactured. Again, this is not sorted. The only data is sorted is actual cars manufacturing time. And this is the same chart, but with adjusted to inflation rates, which give us a clear image on how much more expensive the car got in comparison to the previous years and previous models. Lastly, for those who stayed till the end, I'll be changing the channel name and logo soon. Nothing defined yet, but there's also going to be changes to content itself. I'm still going to be doing DIYs. I still planning on doing BMW content, as I basically passionate about BMW, but it will be announced in the future and as soon as it be done. Also, next week news might end up on 1 week late, or actually in 3 weeks apparently, because I'm traveling to Taiwan with my company to the Computex, and at this point we are done for today. Let me know if you like this style of automotive news, which is really dedicated to one company, a product, but I hope it was a good one. Give me a suggestion on improvements if you have any, so leave me a comment below. Subscribe, like, and share the video if it's applicable. See you in 2 weeks, or maybe in 3.